good news, your car's fixed.
Really?
Yep. We've retimed your car, and yeah, it was out, massively out. So it's running a lot smoother now.
Okay.
Doesn't look like anything was damaged.
Oh, great.
No valves bent, so the head's good.
So good news, the car's done. I'm currently sitting in it, and I've got it back. It passed its MOT, the garage fixed everything. So what was wrong was that the cams were out of time. I think one was out by 45 degrees, and I was quite lucky there. While I was at the garage, I got them to do the rear brake pads because I don't have VCDS. There's also a problem with the turbo, and they diagnosed it to be the turbo actuator, so I got them to fit the turbo actuator as well. And then the final thing was that the car was still throwing a knock sensor error, so I pulled the knock sensor off the old engine and dropped it around to them, and they fixed that. And that fixed all the problems, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with the car. It runs perfectly. I've been driving it for a couple of miles, and yeah, everything's sorted on it. So the next things to do with the car are just sort of the modifications I want to do, really. There's little things, such as like fitting LED bulbs to the interior lights and like footwell lights and that sort of thing. I also would like to fit CarPlay to the car as well. So I got the garage to code the auxiliary line that needs to be done for the 2012 model 8V. And I also got them to code like a dial flick. I'll show you a video of that now. I've also got to wire in the dash cam properly, so it's not just off the cigarette, and so it's off like the ignition switch. So yeah, hopefully there'll be some footage of the next things I do to the car. Okay, so you join me in the middle of installing the LED strips. So the controller, I'm basically, so this is not permanent, but this bit is, so the controller, this thing, is going to live inside the centre console here. There's a space here, which is long enough between the buttons, so I'm going to stick it in there. It's padded and everything, so it shouldn't rattle about. And then what I've done for each side is the wire that comes off the side goes down, and then it comes out under here. It's hidden, which is good. It goes under the seat, and then it is cable tied onto the bottom of the seat rail. There. And then the wire is just there. I've routed it under the arm here, under the seat rail, so that it doesn't get caught on anything. And I've also cable tied it up so that people don't kick it when they're in the car. So I think it's quite a clean install, to be honest with you. Right, and then the rest, and then the other wire for the seat comes out of here, back under here, and then it just spins around. It goes behind it. I've taken off this. You just pull this out, and then there's one screw holding this in, and then the whole thing slides up, I believe. And then I've got the wire coming out and goes around. So I need to put it the other way around the throttle, just so it doesn't get caught or anything. The strip at the moment is just up there, but it's just self-adhesive. But I'm going to cable tie it, drill some holes and just cable tie it, because it'll just make it so much easier, and so it won't fall down. So that's the main thing, especially on the driver's side where the controls of the car, I don't want it falling down. So that side is all buttoned up. Yeah, so I'll show you them all when it's on. So now I'm just on this side. Sorry it's dark, it's winter, so I'll just show you what I've done inside of it. It might seem bright. Yeah, so there's the control unit. So what I've done is I've wrapped it in sound deadening stuff, and that's to keep all the noises down from when I drive, just so it's quiet, so it moves and nothing, there's no noise. It's tucked in there, and there's like space beneath where the control unit thing goes, this thing. So the wires, every time there's a connection I've electrical taped it and then zip tied it, so this will hopefully stop it coming undone. Oh, that's not so good. As I as I drive, so there should hopefully be no faults. The wires are just tucked underneath here. I'm going to hide it away properly once the new fuses come, because I managed to also blow the interior lights fuse while I was changing the glove box thing. I was a bit stupid and shorted out with a screwdriver. Yeah, I know. I should have just unplugged it, but no worries. I think it's fuse 29 or something. But I'll show you changing that. I'll show you that. I'll show you when I change it. So, yeah, and we are done. Still, that one's the only one I need to zip tie up. That one's done. That one's not done. See, this one's done. Right, just time to put the centre console back in. We should be all good. I think my USB is a bit dodgy, so we'll see if I need to replace it or not. But yeah, it's been a long evening. Right, let's get this clip back in and then we'll call it a night. Apologies, I got distracted from doing that, and so I got to the stage where I grounded it onto the, there's a bolt here, which I just used, so this has ground now. I'll tie this up properly because it's not so good like that. Yeah, okay, we'll tie this in a bit. Got the fuse tap in, but I'm waiting for another fuse for this so I can run my set. So this currently just goes into the glove box and comes down. That's that piece of trim. I'll tie it up and put it away properly once I've got everything. But for now, and then this is just the dash cam USB lead, which I'll just plug into here for now. Yeah, I'll run it off that until I get the proper lead. So I've just upgraded these to, they were like these horrible halogen bulbs. So I've just taken them off in the back as well. Yeah, and I've just put in some LED bulbs, which I think the size of them is T5s. But these are the ones I've used. These ones, they have like a white spot, and these ones have more equal light spread. So I put these in. They're like £5 for all of them, and I've used them across like multiple cars, so they're quite useful to have. Right, let's get this assembled again. Okay, latest drama. Done this one, done the boot one, and done the middle one. Doing the glove box one, and of course I didn't unplug it because I was being a bit stupid. And I've blown the fuse, and I know that because it's fuse 29, which is the 7.5 one here. You can't really see. Hang on a sec. Okay, here. This 7.5 one here is interior lights. Now I've just pulled it out and it is blown. So I've got some new fuses coming. That's the tap. I need a new fuse for this one as well, because I've got one for the base circuit, which is the car's one, and then I need this for my extra one. This is just taped over my heat shrink, because I was testing this connection and I needed to see if this bit was working or not. So that's taped over and then zip tied so the tape can't go anywhere. So that is sealed. So yeah. LED bulbs installed. What we have to do is pull this down and then push these tabs, unclip this, push this tab, and then there's another tab here. And the bulb holder slots down, and then you literally just push down and twist anti-clockwise. Then you can get the new bulb in. Might do the brake lights another time, as it's so easy. But both LED lights are installed now. So yeah.